The attendance tonight was 17,907, sold out. Highest attended UFC event in UK history. The gate was 6.72 million, arena gate record. The bonuses are 100,000 for parking. Aspinall gets 100, and Patty gets 200. Congratulations to all of them.
Dana, good morning.
Good morning.
Belal Muhammad's new welterweight champion. Curious your thoughts on the main event, on his performance and Leon Edwards' performance.
Wasn't a barn burner.
Do you think maybe Leon kind of, to me, looks a little bit lethargic, maybe the time was hurting him a bit more than Belal? Do you think that was a factor? Or do you think Belal's pressure was just too much for him to overcome?
I have no clue. You know, you're going to have to ask Leon how he felt and what was going on. And, you know, Belal, I know Belal's been training with Habib, so his performance was, you know, what you would expect.
You know, in the past we've seen these dominant champions get an instant rematch. Do you think that might be the case here, or do you think it's better to just have Leon rest a little bit?
Yeah, let him rest. But we're talking about other things right now.
And Tom Aspinall, 1 minute, got him out of there. I mean, kind of different from the main event, right? Just came in there and blew him off. Do you think that John Jones fight is getting bigger and bigger?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, there's no doubt. Whoever wins the fight between John Jones and Stipe is a great fight for Aspinall.
Have you spoke to either of those two about that? Because I know both of them have said maybe this is their last one. Have you spoke to either of them to get their temper?
It doesn't even matter. Whatever's going to happen when they fight is going to happen, and we'll go from there. But as fans, we can all say, ooh, that's a fun fight, no matter who wins.
Speaking of John Jones, the 12-6 elbow rule has been overturned, and there's some talk, but he wanted his loss to Matt Hamill overturned. Is that something you could even look through, and is that something you'd like to see?
I've been trying to do that since it happened.
Yeah.
I think I wanted it more than he did, so it hasn't worked out too well though. But yeah, I've been fighting for that for a long time. You had an incompetent referee, a guy who we can all agree now. Maybe I sounded like, you know, an asshole back in the day, but now we can all look back and 100% say that a guy that was completely incompetent at a time when the Nevada State Athletic Commission was at its weakest, you know, the guy who was running it was a zero. Mazzagatti should have never been in there, and the list goes on and on. And that thing should have been and should be overturned, and I've been fighting for it for years.
Two more quick ones outside of tonight. You know, every time you get on a press conference, the fighters manage to get you to up the bonuses. Do you think there's an argument that maybe you should just up them?
I think tonight showed that we should not. No. Upping them doesn't change anything. It doesn't make anybody fight any harder. It doesn't change anything. I'm not doing this again.
Dana, just mentioning Tom Aspinall there, I know you mentioned that he has the potential to be the UK's best ever fighter, but Michael Bisping mentioned yesterday during the Q&A panel, he said he can see Tom going on to dominate the heavyweight division for years to come and go down as the greatest MMA fighter of all time. Do you see him capable of achieving that?
So, yes, I mean, this guy, to put that on him right now, he obviously has the ability to dominate the heavyweight division. What he did to Curtis Blades tonight, I mean, let's be honest here. Curtis Blades is not a guy you walk right through. He walked through him tonight like it was nothing. So there's no doubt about that the guy's got the talent. But when you start talking, he won this fight tonight, he could be the greatest of all time. Again, you know how I feel about John Jones. It's just, you got some big shoes to fill, and you got a lot of people to wreck, you know, before you even start talking about even being within John Jones' universe, in my opinion.
As someone who's been around the fight game as long as you, just curiously, have you ever seen a heavyweight move like Tom Aspinall?
No, he is special. He is absolutely positively special, and yeah, we obviously expect big things from him.
And just touching on Paddy Pimblett as well, his star power, we've known that since the first fight at the Apex a couple of years ago. It's just continued to rise, and back-to-back wins over Tony Ferguson and Bobby Green, huge names on the record. Could you see him main eventing a fight night over here potentially next year?
Patty, yeah, you can do anything with Patty. I mean, the guy's a superstar. There's no doubt about it. And everybody who keeps doubting him, he keeps proving everybody wrong. And tonight, you know, again, we're talking about how he's never lost a fight. But again, tonight was a big test for him, and he breaks into the top 15 and did it impressively against a highly motivated, very talented guy.
Final one for me, just away from this card, Alex Pereira has been looming over the heavyweight division. He wants to move to the heavyweight division, and
he hasn't been looming over the heavyweight division. People have been saying he should go to the heavyweight division.
He did call out the heavyweight champs he wanted to fight after UFC 300, I believe, and he stepped up for you guys so much this year. Is that something that you'd love to see at some point? Maybe not necessarily the next fight for him.
Weren't we just talking about Tom Aspinall?
We were talking about Tom Aspinall, yeah.
Greatest ever?
So maybe Pereira versus Aspinall at some point.
Powerful, agility, speed. So you think he should move up and you think he should fight Tom Aspinall?
I mean, the fans want to see it, David. Do you want to see it?
Well, I'm asking you. You think it's a good idea? We were just talking about how he's...
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think Pereira wants to do it. Tom wants it.
So I should move Pereira
up.
up, a guy who's fucking superstar in that weight class and looks great.
I think the fans agreed and they like the idea of dream fights. I'm sure it's a dream fight that you've seen on the internet yourself. I mean,
You got any more questions for me?
I'm saying Jones moving up to heavyweight was the dream for a long time. We've got that, so I feel like that similar storyline is going to happen with Alex Pereira.
Well, you got Jones fighting Stipe. Whoever wins that, they fight Tom Aspinall. Where does he fit into this right now?
There is a lot going on. There is a lot going on for you. I agree with that.